Okay, the question is, can I talk a little bit about the body of knowledge today in hypnotherapy? Great question. The body of knowledge has actually become a little bit watered down in hypnotherapy because previously hypnotherapy was practiced by medical doctors, usually psychiatrists, or even PhD psychologists who would use it sometimes, in fact, I'd say most of the time, as a last resort. If they did not feel they were able to help their patient, they would use it as a last resort. Usually right before leeching, for example, they would turn to hypnotherapy and maybe this will help. It wasn't considered to be at the forefront of the therapeutic approach. Now, things are different. We have, and this has become more and more popular, that we have hypnotherapists who only do hypnotherapists. It's sort of like Jiffy Lube. You know, they only do oil changes. It used to be that your mechanic would do the oil change and other things. Now it's a specific specialty for certain companies to only offer an oil change. They're not going to fix your transmission. They're not going to change your head gaskets. They're not going to do any of that. They're just going to change your oil. That's what they're good at. That's what they do. So that's kind of what hypnotherapists are like. They change your oil. They get in there when you have a situation, a challenge, and they change things in your mind to make it better. They're not qualified in most cases, unless they have other credentials, they're not qualified to do long-term talk therapy or anything else other than hypnosis. And that's fine. However, what that's led to is in the modern literature, modern knowledge of hypnosis, we usually don't have PhDs and MDs practicing it. For the most part, we have people who are just specialists in that. So they don't have, and this is not to say anyone's better than anyone else or worse than anyone else. This is just the way it is. They don't have the widespread academic underpinning that someone with academic credentialing would have to talk about other things. They're usually not therapists who have a mainstream certification in another type of therapy that they can also talk about in a helpful manner. They just know hypnosis, and that's fine, but it has changed the literature. Now the literature is based on just that knowledge of hypnosis and not this wider knowledge of other therapies and other modalities coming from a university education at the graduate level. It's coming from a course that they took on just hypnosis. So that's where we are, for better or worse. That's just the way it is, and that's what I can tell you about the modern body of knowledge that we have that's being contributed to concerning hypnosis.